What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about Spire of Barrier in Undecember and how it works, as well as the importance of it and why you need to be doing it every single day. So first thing about Spire of Barrier, you access it over here at the recruitment board, where you would also normally find raids. And at the Spire of Barrier, you will always be defaulted to easy every single time you open up this window. This is important to note in a little bit. It has random matchmaking enabled for it, but you can turn that off, and you will eventually turn this off for a leaderboard purpose, which we'll get to once we get to the chaos section. All right, but as a max party size of 4, it becomes available at level 20 in order to be able to enter it. And in order to go to the next difficulty, you have to clear the previous difficulty. So when you first get to level 20 and you're going to be starting on easy, these other difficulties are going to be locked for you. Okay. And as you can see, there are 20 levels to it. You have to beat all 20 levels on easy, solo, or in a group in order to unlock normal difficulty. Okay. Normal difficulty has 20 levels as well. Same thing with hard difficulty. It also has 20 levels. And then chaos has 70 levels to it. Okay. Now, the reason why you need to be doing these is because chaos is incredibly lucrative in terms of gold making each day. As you can see, if you click on each of the chests, you can see the amount of gold reward that they give. Every 5 levels gives a bonus amount compared to the previous individual levels. And it scales up based on the difficulty, right? So when you first do easy, you're getting 500 per stage. When you're doing chaos, you're getting 5,000 per stage, with the bonus stage giving 25,000. So, you know, if you're clearing at least up through like a stage 40 kind of thing, when you're doing this, you're getting easily around like, 300,000 gold almost per day, just doing up to like stage 40 in a group. You can get the rewards in a group or solo. An important thing to note is that there is a ranking board for Spire of Barrier, individual ranking, for number of waves cleared doing this solo. So it tells right here at the bottom, Spire of Barrier individual rankings are calculated when you challenge chaos difficulty by yourself. Rankings reset every week for it. Okay. So you're going to want to go to chaos, turn off random matchmaking, and then you would just enter it on your own in order to be able to do it. Okay. Now, something that is important to note, going back to the first thing, it's always going to default you to easy when you first open this page. This is important because you want to make sure that when you're able to do chaos, that you're doing chaos every time. Because when you do a Spire of Barrier option and you enter it, you will get first hit with this prompt. You will not be able to attempt any other difficulties for the rest of the day upon selecting chaos. Continue. Okay. What this means is you can run Spire of Barrier as many times a day as you want. You can only get the reward once per day for each floor. So you can keep trying to get to higher floors as much as you want throughout that day. But once you select a difficulty, you are locked into that difficulty until reset. So just be careful. It's going to start you on easy every single time you open this window. Make sure you change the difficulty to your appropriate highest difficulty, or you're stuck doing easy for the entire day and you're going to have the lowest rewards, and that's going to suck. Now, that being said, we're going to do a random attempt here on our own, and we're going to show you how the Spire of Barrier works. There's a bunch of different buffs inside, how you can lock those buffs, explain what those buffs do, and just the way the overall encounter works. For those of you that have done it, you probably have a pretty good understanding of it, but some people don't know how the buffs work or that you can lock the buffs even. All right. So we're going to go inside here. All right, I'll do my best to explain this as we go through it. As you can see, there's a pink area of smoke around that does damage and it's slowly going to encroach. Inner light is going to make it recede. You don't want to pick up inner light constantly. You want to get it as the pink shows up. Now there's going to be different buffs for different colors that drop around. You can see that there's red buffs, green buffs, and blue buffs. All right. Dexterity is going to increase your attack speed. All right. Range enhancement is going to increase the range. Skill rune is one of the blue ones, and it's going to improve your skill rune level. Potion enhancement improves the quality of your potions. All right, the inner lights encroaching. We're going to grab some of them. Chain enhancement enhances your chaining effects. There's a blue one as well called survival that will increase your survivability. Now, as you can see, we have one of each buff over here. Now, unfortunately, we have a lot of people jumping on us at the moment. This is something you're going to look to do early on as possible, be it solo or in a group. But once you have some of these orbs picked up, you're going to be able to go over here to the panel on the right and lock them in. And so now your character, if you lock them in like that, your character is only going to pick up the ones that you last picked up and locked in. So now you see we run over survival enhancement or chain. It doesn't pick it up. All right. Now, typically you're going to want to pick up survival. Survival is going to be the best way to increase your survivability that you have. So going back to it, damage enhancement is a red one. And in fact, we'll probably just explain all of these individually at the end here in a moment, because this does get a bit hectic right now as we're trying to do this. All right, but I did want to show that. So right there, right, that was, not a great showing of it, right? Difficulty, clear time 147, wave 13. That's not very far. Our furthest wave clear personally with melee has been about 30. Not anything magical, but that's if you get your ideal runes for it. So now that we're here, you can see over here we have one red one locked in, 3 green ones locked in, and 2 blue ones locked in. The red enhancements that you can pick up are critical. They will enhance your critical values. Damage is just going to be a flat damage increase. This is the most ideal one to pick up. And dexterity is going to increase your attack speed. Now, as great as that sounds, that's also going to increase the rate at which you consume mana. So keep that in mind. All right. The green options that you can pick up are range increase. Just get this out. Range increase. All right. And that is going to increase the range of your abilities at which you can cast them, or your AoE. So this does help melee as well. So green for range. Chain. So it increases or improves, enhances your chain effects that you have. And then projectile enhances your projectile effects. Okay. So then the blue ones are going to be survival. This is the most ideal one to pick up, as it will, increase your survivability stats, HP, resistances, armor, etc. It's going to make you very tanky. The other one is going to be potion enhancing. It's going to improve all of the effects of your potions and make them much more impactful throughout the duration of your time inside there. And then the last one is skill rune enhancement, and that is going to enhance the power of your skill runes that you have, making them more powerful and impactful than what they are. So now you can see we have up to floor 12 cleared. We go to receive rewards. Bada boom. We got 40,000 gold for that and 500 ore. Now it was a little bit less because we did have a few floors cleared previously. But see, we'll go back in one more time after this, once we're done here, and we'll try to make an actual push for it. But, that's an example of what can happen when you're trying to do it by yourself. When you're pushing for your chest levels, definitely do it in a group. When you're pushing for leaderboard, you obviously do it by yourself, but there's a little example of it for you. And, if you've got long range projectiles that are able to keep things away, definitely got a little bit of an advantage. Sentries, love this place for sure. You just set up all your turrets in the middle and let them go to work. But it's a fun little solo gameplay element that you get to do for the leaderboard purposes. But it's also a nice group gameplay element. A nice wave defense that you get to do with party as well. You just have to organize your buffs a little bit. Who's going to grab what? And they go up to a max of 6 count for it before it maxes out. So just something to keep in mind with that. That is the Spire of Barrier, though. It's pretty straightforward, very simple, but it's a nice little activity to do, every day to get a nice lump sum of gold to add to your your coin back. So definitely make sure you're doing it every day. And I hope this video helped you understand the way Spire of Barrier works a little bit more, and will give you a little bit more of an enjoyable time inside of it. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good one, and we'll catch you in the next one.